What's up, YouTube? How's it going? I'm Leslie.
I'm Joey.
Welcome to Marvel Max, where your average Joes talk about all things Marvel. Today's topic is the most anticipated movie of the year, Spider-Man: No Way Home. Now, despite all of the spoilers already out there, we still want to give a heads up that this video will contain a lot of things from the movie, spoilers and things like that. If you haven't seen it and you've managed to stay away from all the spoilers, definitely stay off of the video. If you don't like surprises and want to know what's going to happen, stay tuned. And if you really just don't care about spoilers at all and just want to watch our video, then great. We can't tell you what to do. Such a great, phenomenal movie, and we want everyone to have a good first-time experience watching it. So, yeah, that's enough of introductions, I think. Right, let's get into it. Number 1, who is Nick Fury? Peter Parker is told by the Department of Damage Control that Nick Fury has been off-planet for the past year. As we saw in Spider-Man Far From Home, Nick Fury was on Earth helping Spider-Man defeat Mysterio. So now Peter Parker is confused as to who he was talking to, who was helping him. Obviously, from the post-credit scenes, we see that it was the Skrull, Talos, who was disguised as Nick Fury.
Number 2, Daredevil. So following the interrogation, we're introduced to Peter's lawyer, Matt Murdock. We're excited to see his character and how they're going to integrate him into the official MCU. We're not really given anything yet, so we're going to have to see how that plays out in the near future. Number 3, is Ned magic? Ned describes to Doctor Strange that magic runs in his family, and sometimes he gets a tingling sensation in his fingertips. Doctor Strange just kind of brushes it off and says he should go talk to his physician. This is kind of foreshadowing for the rest of the movie and everything to come. Number 4, the scientist. Good old Willem Dafoe hits us with the classic line, "I'm something of a scientist myself," kind of going back to the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, so hit us right in the feels for the nostalgia.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was nice to hear that. Throughout the movie, we're provided with a lot of classic quotes from the original Spider-Man movies. Did you know that Willem Dafoe actually did all of his own stunts? Which is kind of crazy to think about when you see the epic fight scene between him and Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's crazy considering he's 100 years old now, but...
Number 5, Aunt Ben? Following the intense fight with Spider-Man and Green Goblin, Aunt May gives an emotional speech, which includes another classic Spider-Man quote, "With great power comes great responsibility." And much like Uncle Ben, passes away after that. I'll admit, I did cry. So if you're still watching this and you haven't seen the movie, I highly advise you taking some tissues, because this movie really hits you in the feels.
Number 6, you're a wizard, Ned. So we're reintroduced to Ned and MJ at Ned's house, where he accidentally opens portals leading to Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. It's their grand entrance, and it's amazing, and it's everything we were hoping from the movie. It's impressive he was able to open the portals, only having the sling ring for a couple hours, because if you remember from Doctor Strange, it was taking him forever to figure out how to do portals and all of those cool things. So it just kind of shows you that maybe he is a wizard. He has a lot of magic. Also, towards the end of the movie, you see Doctor Strange's cape actually save Ned without Doctor Strange informing it too. So, cool stuff.
Number 7, multiversal sorrow. Here we get our first interaction with the 3 Spideys when they share their losses that they've experienced in their universe. They recognize that they've all heard a version of "with great power comes great responsibility" before the respective deaths of Uncle Ben and Aunt May.
Number 8, Hobgoblin. Toby reveals to Ned that his best friend, Harry, died in his arms after trying to kill him, which leads Ned to become very, very awkward around Tom. He then informs Tom that he will never turn into a supervillain or try to kill him. Is this Marvel's way of hinting that Ned will become Hobgoblin? Let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
Number 9, the amazing hurt back. We get a throwback to Old Man Toby and his hurt back from Spider-Man 2 during his infamous web block, and a recount of him fighting an alien made of black goo, which we know to be Venom. all of this, Andrew responds with negative self-talk, and Toby has to remind him that he's amazing. Number 10, the boss fight. As we saw earlier in the movie, Doc Ock is the first to get cured. He later comes back to help the three Spideys defeat Electro, and he takes off the arc reactor from his chest. Then we get a moment between Electro and Andrew where Electro tells him that he thought that he would be black. And he continues by saying, there's got to be a black Spider-Man somewhere out there. What do you guys think this means for the MCU moving forward?
Number 11, redemption. So during the final battle, it cuts to MJ falling off the statue and Tom Holland jumping to save her, but he's sideswiped by the Goblin. Andrew quickly reacts and saves MJ from her doom. It was actually a really emotional moment for Andrew because, as we know, he couldn't save his Gwenny. Toby also gets his own redemption when he saves Goblin from Tom when he's trying to impale him with his glider.
Number 12, multiverse split. In an attempt to avoid catastrophe, Doctor Strange is left with no other choice but to cast a spell that will completely erase Peter Parker's existence. Which brings us to our last talking point.
Number 13, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So Peter is officially forgotten by everyone, and he decides not to introduce himself to Ned and MJ while he's in the coffee shop after seeing MJ's forehead wound. In the final shot, we see Peter getting his own dinky little apartment, and he has a GED book, which lets us know that he's no longer in high school, because you can't be in high school if you don't exist. He's also rocking a brand new suit that he created himself, and we're left with a lot of questions regarding his future as Spider-Man in the MCU. Will we see him back to his origins as a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? What do you guys think about Spider-Man's future? Let us know in the comments.
And that's a wrap for Marvel Mack's first video. We really enjoyed the movie. It was definitely a roller coaster of emotions, very nostalgic. But I'll admit, I felt like something was missing. I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on it. It lived up to the hype, but I wasn't absolutely wowed at the end. I was kind of surprised by that. I don't know, maybe you guys can help. What did you guys think? What are your likes and dislikes? Was it everything you hoped for it to be? Let us know. We would really like to hear your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.